All right, welcome inside the Virtual Media Center here at the Chevron Championship. I am pleased to be joined by the newly minted LPGA Hall of Fame member, Lorena Ochoa. Lorena, before I open up for questions behind me from this floodgates of media who are so excited to welcome you here today, how does it feel to be back at Mission Hills?
Well, hello, everybody. Thank you for this great press conference. I'm just, really excited to be back to Mission Hills. It's a place that is very special to me. Well, not only to me, but to, my friends, my family, and we love this event. This is for sure one of my favorites, the Stockton tour, and it's nice to be back. A lot of memories since the early this morning. I woke up and I saw the mountains, a little bit of snow, and it was calm with no wind, sunny day, and I was like, wow, this is perfect for a tournament. It almost made me want to play. Yes.
I love that. As we just mentioned, you are the newest inductee into the LPGA Hall of Fame. I know there's a little story of how you found out that you would become a member. Would you like to tell us what that phone call was like?
Well, for sure, it was a surprise to me. We are living in a town called Valle de Bravo, just outside Mexico City, and it was just to me a normal day, and my brother is like, well, Nancy Lopez is gonna call you. And I said, well, we don't get reception here, She knows how to use the WhatsApp, and we were just laughing about that, and all of a sudden, I got the phone call. I was just walking a little bit behind my house with a dog around me, and I said, Nancy, how are you? And it was a surprise phone call, but I thought we want to chat about golf or maybe going to play in a golf tournament or an exhibition or something. We catch up a little bit about our lives, and, I was very happy to hear she was doing okay, with the COVID and everything. And also she said, well, this phone call is because I'm going to give you super good news. I have good news for you. And it was very nice, very special coming from her. She was very, first, emotional, and very slowly talked to me through my career, and how many years, she saw me playing, and my tournaments, the time that I spent here at the LPGA, and how the LPGA, just with the time it becomes a family to you, and she was very emotional, and all of a sudden she told me, I was very surprised. I didn't know what to do, how to react. My husband was in Mexico. I was there on my own. I was like, wow, what do I do? And actually, I was like 15 minutes to go and pick up my kids, from school. So I called Andres and I said, Nancy just called me and gave me this great news, and I don't know what to do. And I went and picked up my kids, and then I'm there and I said, okay, I got a phone call from a friend, very special news, and they didn't care, they didn't understand. And Julia said, my mom, could you please put music on? And I said, okay, this is not going to work. I'm not going to explain.
Just joined a Hall of Fame, but all they care about is the music.
I tell them later, right now. And it's been great. I was just telling Betsy that it's a great surprise to see her, and she knows how important, she is to me. And I've been very emotional for the last couple of days. And like I said, just bringing back so many good memories of just being here and all the tournaments and my friends. And so thank you for this recognition. I'm honored and very humbled to be part of the special group. And I'm going to explain my kids later.
Well, we'll open it up to questions over here. I think I'll start with Steve right here.
Lorena, when you came in here, what was the sense of emotion that you had when you pulled in?
Yes. Well, Andres, my husband, is like, okay, should I turn left here? And I said, yes. I think it's too much to really feel everything at the moment, very nice to walk into the clubhouse. The view that you get from the top, from the restaurant to the putting green, and see all the players practicing and the flags is very, very special. And actually told Andres, and Gabby is playing this week. Isabel got an invite to play. So to be able just to also think that, a few Mexicans are playing is even more special.
And when you come into a place like this, how much have you followed this event, and have you followed the tour since you left?
I don't follow the tour every week. I have to say that. I mean, The majors, yes, for sure, you know, and I do check the news like Saturday night or Monday morning to see how the Mexicans are playing, and a few of my friends, and as well Dave, my caddy, but not very close. Actually, I was telling Andres, I'm afraid walking into the here the putting green, because I don't know the players. You know, they are so young, and it's changing so much. So I need to work more on that. I'm a little bit ashamed to say that, but is it true? I'm more relaxed. I'm very involved with the Mexican players because I try to help them as much as I can, and not only them that are here on tour, but also the professionals that are now in Mexico. You know, trying to make it there on the Epson tour, or trying to make it to the LPGA. But this is all a big surprise for me. I do admire every single player that is here, and as well as the caddy and the families, because I know how difficult is this life, you know. But at the end of the day, everything is worth it, you know. It's a beautiful sport, and I'm kind of like jealous, you know, not to be here 20 years back trying to play a tournament.
You and I have talked about this before, but when you walked away from the game because of your family and the priorities that you had, there was no mystery that there was a 10-year minimum. I mean, it was already written, and you knew that. You were really applauded at the time for having your priorities straight. How special is it now to have this significance, knowing that you had made that decision back then?
Well, that's why it's such a big surprise, you know, because I did make the decision, regardless the rule or me the opportunity to be inducted, you know. So I guess this is just something extra special, you know. It's gonna be I in a way, you know, it's like a present, like a nice you know, feeling, knowing that okay, I complete, you know, like the whole circle, and some of the media, as well as or my sponsors or fans, golf fans in Mexico, they always ask me about this all the time, you know. So finally I could say, you know, that's it, you know, I'm in, and I think I complete my career, you know, with this great honor. So in a way I feel like relief and just relaxed and happy, and this is going to be great. I can't wait to go back. My parents, they are also very surprised. They told me, okay, so now, you know, what is going to happen? You know, this means so much. So I think, like I said, it's going to take a while to really sink, but this is great. Thank you again for this wonderful day.
What's the best piece of advice you received during your career?
The best piece of advice? Only one. You know, Betsy is here, and we become good friends with the time. And I think what I most treasure is the opportunity to spend time, you know, not only with Betsy, but, you know, with other players, and just to be able to sit down and talk about, you know, how is the life on tour. You know, you should really try to keep a good balance. You just don't forget about people you love back home and your family, and spend time with them. And even if we have to do, you know, so many traveling and sacrifices, at the same time, it's very important to go back home and spend time with them. Betsy helped me a lot through my career. And I told her, Betsy, I'm not going to be here forever. You know, I want to do so many other things back home, and I'm not going to play many years. And she told me, no, it's going to be impossible. You are going to be here for many years, because then you get in a mood where you feel comfortable. You play, you practice, you travel. It's a beautiful game, and they treat you so well. But to me, it was a little bit different. I could really tell that it was the right time to stop. That's why, regardless the rule, you know, I said, well, this is not going to change my mind, because really what I felt in my heart, it was different, and I was ready to start a family. And even today, I always say, God, thank you to God, because I was strong enough to make the decision, you know, to say, this is it. I was very honest to myself, and it turned out to be the best decision in my life, because now I don't change myself for anything, and the opportunity to have a family and my kids and the foundation. And so I still have many plans and many dreams, and I'm very active. I like to do things, you know, so we'll see what do we do next.
Lorena, the number one player in the world right now is marching her way towards getting enough points for the Hall of Fame, and could get it well shy of 10 years. Can you talk about the significance of this rule change for other players as well?
Well, I think I guess that's why they changed the rule. You know, it was live or the game or the tour is changing. You know, all the time, and we're all changing like humans. And I think it was just right in a way, because if you get the points, I guess, you know, if you can prove that you are at that level and that you are at the top, and I guess it doesn't matter the time, you know. And I think it's also important for more players to be in, you know, because if you give so much of yourself, you know, and not only to the game but to the LPGA, you know, and you become such a family and work together and help each other, you know, and being involved truly for so many years, doesn't matter if they're 7, 8, 9, or 10, but, you know, or 20 or 25, because there are players that have been here for many years. If you get the points, I guess you deserve to be there, you know. So I just want to say thank you. You know, I feel honored to be the first one, you know, in, and I wish not only me, but for many other players from different parts of the world to get into the Hall of Fame, the LPGA, because, you know, I guess you deserve it, you know, if you get the points. And also it's important to have other players from different countries and mix that a little bit and recognize all the hard work for many years.
And then I know you just played an event and played well. Can you tell us a little bit about your golf game, how much you play, and will we ever see you in an LPGA event again?
I did play okay. 3 under. I felt that like I left so many shots out there, so I was a little bit like frustrated because, you know, we are very competitive and you always try to do better and better. And in a way, I was really happy to see that my game is there, you know. I was responsible and I did practice a little bit before because I knew I needed to travel and play and I wanted to look okay. So, no, I enjoyed it a lot. It was a tournament that we didn't get a lot of press, or we didn't have a lot of crowd, or we didn't have the media right there. And I was still nervous, you know, on Saturday playing with Olazabal, I was nervous. So, and then I started thinking, you know, I cannot imagine being in an LPGA tournament, like a big one or a real, you know, LPGA tournament, crowded with the media, you know, and me trying to play good. Too much. So I don't think I'm gonna play. Gaby Lopez, she always asked me to play the couple tournament. I think I'm gonna tell her again this year that sorry, I'm not going to play. Maybe she find out we did the interview, and I have less pressure. So I don't know, Beth. I mean, I don't want to say no because maybe in 2-3 years I will come and play with Gaby just at couple, you know, event and have a good time. And I do see maybe playing in the senior, you know, in the senior tour, just coming back and playing a couple tournaments just to enjoy. And my kids are going to be older, and maybe they understand a little bit more than today. So we'll see.
I was just going to ask if Annika coming out and playing in an LPGA event and making the cut and then obviously winning the Senior Women's Open, if that inspired you at all.
No, it's good. I'm very different than Annika. Super, super different. She's more involved. She's been always around. She's there, you know, with tournaments and practicing, and she lives right there by the golf course. And she's promoting a lot the game with the different tournaments and junior events, and as well as it's more in her blood. Plus, she's already, you know, 50. So I don't know if I'm gonna start doing the same when I'm 48, you know, getting close. Right now, I'm really happy where I am. I don't see myself practicing, and like I said, I think if you do it, you have to be responsible. You have to, you know, get in a schedule, and you have to, again, make a lot of sacrifices. You have to talk to your kids and, you know, address my husband and just be, you know, or agree for this goal, because we all have to make sacrifices. And if I'm gonna do it, I like to do it right. So I don't see myself practicing for the next 6 months, you know, 5-6 hours a day, because it's not what will make me happy right now. You know, I have other priorities, and it's time to spend as much time with my kids and continue working with the foundation now that I have the energy and the strength. So we'll see. We can have this talk in 8 or 9 years, and we'll see.
You mentioned you're working with Mexican professional golfers.
Uh-huh.
What kind of work are you doing with them, and what advice do you pass down?
Well, the association is called IGPM, which is Impulsando al Golf Profesional Mexicano. So, which means, we have a group, it's only for women. We have this year 14 different players. So some of them are already at the Epson Tour. The other ones are just professionals trying to first, play the Epson Tour and then Q School and trying to qualify for the LPGA. We do at least 3 or 4 tournaments a year to raise money for them, and we help them with a few of the caddies, the expenses with the coach or the traveling, if they need a new equipment or they need to make some changes or they have maybe injured and they need to get rehab. Or we're very close to them because all of them are so particular, so they have different necessities. But once a year we get together for 4 or 5 days. I invite them to my home and spend time with them to see, how are they feeling, how are they with their families, if they're happy, what are their goals for the year, how are they gonna, start the year or the changes that they are making, if it's working or not. And they call me and we keep in touch and they ask me, I try to help them a little bit to make, I guess, less mistakes and be a little bit easier. And in a way to feel that they belong to something, they are part of the family, and we all the Mexicans get together and support each other. And so, because it's important that they don't feel alone when they are during this difficult time, because once you leave college, it's a lot of stress. You're on your own, you don't have money, you have all these expenses, and you're playing every week trying to win a tournament or be at the top 10 just to get money to survive. So we want to take a little bit of that pressure off, for them to be more relaxed and just really concentrate in practicing and getting better. And we also help them find them sponsors, So it's a way of me to promote the game, to help them. Gabi, she helps us a lot, and she's part of IGPM, as well as Maria. So we already have a few players that they done well, and we want to continue that.
Has your time away from the game given you a greater appreciation of what you were able to accomplish out here?
Yes. And like Gabi mentioned, or Abraham, like, I can't believe how many tournaments you won, This is so difficult. And my career was really short, and because I was the first one, it was difficult for people or, to realize, I guess, that it was good in a short time, So I was the first one, and I arrived and played just a few years and then left. So I guess today, the game of golf, is growing so much in Mexico. I'm very happy to be part of that and to help, and to see it, because it's really amazing. There's hundreds of little kids playing at different, golf courses, and it's actually a problem right now, what do we do with so many kids playing? So it's great to be able to see that. And my career, I think with the time also, we are all understanding, how explosive it was, and it was short, but I was able to accomplish, my dream of being the #1 player. And I understand how difficult it is. That's why we are supporting all of the new players, not only Mexicans, but Latin Americans, Hispanics, all of them. And I always tell the media and tell the families, everybody's different. And it's okay to have different goals. And I think the worst thing that we can do is to compare the careers. I think everybody's unique. And like Gabi is playing right now on tour, and she only deserves admiration and, good words and support. Because it's not fair that they compare, her career to mine. So just let her, enjoy her life, and we're all trying to do our best.
Lorena, looking back on your career, your win here particularly, what do you remember about the victory here, and what did it mean to you and your overall career, particularly this win?
Well, like I said, this tournament is been very, very special to me. For sure, I remember jumping, in the water. And I actually, my kids, that's the only video they really enjoy, And I tell them, look, all of our friends are there. We broke the record, of many friends, and especially Mexicans, swimming there. Also the memories, you know, with the grand crew, the members, you know, all the workers, all the Mexicans, the mariachi, you know. It was great memories, and I like to always keep that memory. And every time we get together, all my girlfriends, or that I go back home and spend time with my friends, we always end up talking about this beautiful tournament, the memories. It was hard on me because I lost in a playoff with Carrie Webb, you know, a few years back, that she made it from the middle of the fairway, you know, 110 yards, and I was ready to win, you know, that time, and so it was not meant to me. So, and then I continued and trying, and I got so close a few times, and finally when I did it, it was extra special.
Why do you think this is the one event that you and your friends always come back to talking about?
I had the great opportunity to play as an amateur. So when I was playing college golf at the University of Arizona in Tucson, I got the invite. And to me, I mean, I still have those memories. You know, I arrived, I was so nervous. I just practicing here, and then when they call your name at the first tee, and actually I was paired with Annika the third day because I played so good the first 2 days. I mean, I'm never gonna forget that phone call, you know, like, yes, you go tomorrow at, I don't know the time, like 9:45 with Annika Sorensen, and I have to call again to confirm I was playing with her. So there are just memories that, you know, like I said, not into me, always because it's close to Mexico, it's easy, everybody's flying to LA, you're driving, and I always have a big crowd, you know, always. So this has been, to me, you know, one of the most special places, and not only as a professional, because I played 2 years as an amateur, that really changed my perspective and my dreams, because I played good as an amateur, so I thought, okay, you know, I feel okay, I'm doing okay. If I could, you know, finish at the top 10, I think I'm ready to be a professional, and I'm ready to be at a good level as a professional. So it helped me to make my decision. That's why I turned professional after my second year in college, because these two years of playing here really changed my you know, my timeline, and I was ready to go.
What's your reaction knowing that this is the final time this championship's going to be played here at Mission Hills?
Well, for sure, it's, you know, like I said, it's very emotional. If you start thinking about that, not only me, but I could speak, you know, on behalf of all of the players. I'm sure that we just want to say thank you, you know, because this place gave us so much to us, but as well as the LPGA, you know, in general, and so many good memories, and great. I do want to say thank you. This is one of the first times I come back, so I guess it's extra special to me to have this last, you know, media here, you know, to do a few of the interviews, to visit, you know, my friends. So it's nice also to have this induction here in this special place.
Just one last question.
About playing golf professional?
No. I'll let that go for now. But you had the same caddy on your bag for a very long time for the most of your career, and currently with the current number one again.
Yes.
Can you talk about what Dave brought to your game that helped you the most that maybe Jen Young is experiencing as well?
Well, Dave knows that, you know, how much I appreciate you know, his company for so long, and we become such a good friends. Dave, he's very unique, very special. He's so positive. Like I guess when you are trying to win a golf tournament and you're on the 18th fairway, you know, and you see or you feel somebody with you that say, okay, 185 yards and we're going to win, you know, okay, let's say the, you know, 4-iron. It gives you that confidence, you know, that strength, and he also has a special feeling, you know. He's really good with women on how to be patient when you need to be patient, and how to let you be on your own, you know. And for us, it was so natural. It was very simple. I remember, I mean, we met in a parking lot in Ohio at 6:30 in the morning, and I say, hey, Dave, hi, I'm Lorena, you know, thank you for coming out. And we start even in the practice round, and we're like, okay, you know, this is going to work, because right away we felt really good match. We won that first week that we worked together in Ohio. I mean, by 4 or 5 strokes, it was a good, easy win. And we're like, okay, we're a good team, you know. and we start winning and winning and winning. It's just you need so many things to click, you know, to be at the top, and for you to feel comfortable and to start playing better and better and better, and to feel that confidence, you know, and they've always gave me that. Plus, we think the same way, you know, we have same values. We are a happy person, you know. We respect others, but we have a good time, and we're relaxed, and I think we together we're really good at analyzing things. Okay, what happened? Or where was the mistake? And just work on that right away and be ready the next day. We are really good both to just the bad experiences or the bad holes, or, you know, just to grab them, put them behind, and continue, you know. And it was a perfect combination. I do want to say thank you to him. This is very special because this award is not only for me, you know, and for my career. Like I said, you know, it's the whole team and my family and Mexico. So thank you, Dave. Yes.
Well, I think this is really the last one in English. But
Okay.
yeah. So I was talking with Carlos Ortiz yesterday. And I talked with Abraham many times. And I wanted to connect this with the end of like Women's History Month. I mean, this month. Huh? So this.
You say women what?
Women's History Month.
Okay.
So this something that your impact carried more than the women golfers. I mean, you earned the respect of and the admiration of men in Mexico, even Latinos in the U.S. and all that. I mean, how do you feel about that? That's not an easy one, and I mean, and what it means for you, no? So yeah.
Yes. Well, you know, thank you for the nice words. I think I always tried, even when I was playing today, I'm the same, you know, inside and outside the golf course. And I always try to give a good example, you know, for kids, you know, for the new generations, for not only for golfers, but just for, you know, for kids in Mexico. And so thank you. I mean, I always say that it's a big responsibility in a way, you know, but it's also the biggest motivation, because they know that I know that they are watching me and that they pay attention, you know, to the things I do. And I always try to do things on the right way or the best way, you know. I could do it in every way, like I said, inside and outside the golf course. And thank you for the nice words. I promise I will continue, you know, doing that. I think, you know, what you do by example is very important. I try to do that with my kids, you know. They struggle a little with me traveling or being away, and as well, remember, this is for the right reason, and I'm trying to help the kids at the foundation and the unprivileged kids and give them the opportunity. And right away they understand, you know, they're okay, mom, you know, and when they see the kids and when they see the changes and when they go to school, they're like, wow, mom, this is why you travel, you know. So I think it's important also not only to talk about it, but to give a good example. So that's my main motivation to continue and doing the right things. And obviously, we'll make mistakes, and we'll make mistakes, but in a way, it feels very nice to hear that. And I promise to continue being help and friend. It's more important to be good friends, that they feel me close, you know. And like I said, I admire them a lot, and we will continue.
All right. I think someone would like to say hi to you as well.
Hola.
Oh my God, I'm like speechless right now.
I'm also opening up.
So will you help me with the
Yeah.
muting and unmuting all that?
Yes,
And I ask the
absolutely.
questions.
Yes, you ask the questions,
And I
and
tell
you can say
I tell
if they.